I didn't know I had trauma. I didn't know I was born with trauma. And growing up, I just always wanted to be a gangster.
4 ex-gang members who have all turned their lives around now speak at schools in Winnipeg and on Manitoba First Nations, trying to ensure that youth who don't have role models don't go down the same paths they did.
I've caused so much damage in Winnipeg. It's time to give back.
Tim Barron is a certified Canadian Indigenous addictions counselor and is about to graduate college. In his past, he beat people up for his gang.
Doing things like that to other people and just random people on the street too that I didn't even know. I eventually just got caught and I got thrown in jail. And really the people that were there, the only people that were there for me were my family, and none of these other guys weren't there for me.
He says he was lucky he had his family to help correct his path, but knows others don't. That's why he says it's important that he and his group are there for youth now.
Tim was a traumatized little boy still. Even though I was an adult doing these things, it was just very traumatized inside, and I didn't know how to live. I didn't know how to cope. I didn't know how to be respectful to other people.
City News was supposed to follow the group's trip to Ebb and Flow School on Monday, but the unthinkable shut the school down, a shooting on the First Nation. RCMP charging a 24-year-old with 9 offenses, including aggravated assault and assault with a weapon.
We should be out there speaking to them even though the shooting happened.
RCMP are still searching for the 24-year-old, but Barron and his group say this kind of violence is the exact reason intervention in schools is so important.
It's needed for people to hear, families, for the youth especially, or things that I've lived through or that I went through, and sharing that there is other resources, there is help, and there is people out there that are walking a different way and trying to heal others.
If I had a better role model, I would have made a big difference in my life. These guys are my role models now.
The group's next school visit is at Gonzaga Middle School in Winnipeg's North End. They're developing self-care and safety tools so kids can learn to remove themselves from dangerous situations before they even begin. In Winnipeg, Mike Albanese, City News.